In this class we are going to discuss about designing of half adder. So as the name indicates, this half adder is a combinational circuit designed to add two single bit numbers. So we can say this is a arithmetic logic circuit, arithmetic combinational logic circuit which is going to add two single bit numbers. So here for a half adder you may have two inputs and two outputs. The two outputs may be sum and carry. So here whenever you remembered about this half adder, you are getting some circuit in your mind, that is XOR gate with AND gate. How you are getting that circuit? That designing we will see now. So here it contains two inputs and two outputs. That two outputs may be sum and carry. This is the basic block diagram of your half adder. Now in previous classes we discussed the designing steps for a combinational circuit. Same steps we will follow to design this half adder also. So first of all we need to observe the problem definition. So that means here what half adder is going to perform is it's going to add two single bit numbers. That means for example if you take in A and B as two numbers, single bit means the number is containing only single digit. For example, A is either having 0 or 1, B is having either 0 or 1. For example, 2-bit numbers means A is 0 1 or 1 0, like that. The value depends upon the bit placement. So here 3-bit numbers means the code containing 3 digits, that is it. So here our half adder is going to add only single bit numbers. So that single bit numbers I represented like A and B. So I need two inputs according to the problem definition. I need two inputs. That two inputs I labeled as A and B, and I need two outputs to design a half adder. That outputs may be sum and carry. If carry is there, then it will goes to carry. So here I named like S and C. The third step is we need to define the truth table for required relationship. That means truth table contains, I am designing truth table here. So I always telling you that your truth table must contain inputs and after that outputs. Here you are having two inputs and you are having two outputs. So here sum and carry are two outputs, A and B are two inputs. So with two inputs you know that you may have four combinations, that is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. These are the possible four combinations for these two inputs. Now see here, what is the sum of 0 plus 0? General sum. So that is 0 only. Is there any carry when you are adding 0 plus 0 in normal arithmetic addition? No carry. So that's why sum is 0 and carry is also 0. When you are adding 0 plus 1, the sum value is 1. Are you hearing any carry? No. So that's why carry is equivalent to 0. So now you are adding 1 0. You are adding 1 0 means your sum is 1, there is no carry. So here your sum is again 1, carry is 0. So now finally when you are adding 1 plus 1 in arithmetic addition, you are getting sum as 0, carry as 1. In arithmetic addition rules, 1 plus 1 is equal to 0 with carry 1. 0 represents sum only. So here the sum value is 0 and carry value is equivalent to 1 here. So now after getting truth table for our required relationship, we need to consider K-map for each output variable. Here how many variables in output means here you are having two variables in output. So for each output variable you need to define the K-map. By using K-map you are going to take the expression, output expression. Now I am taking K-map for sum. I am considering K-map for sum. So here whatever K-map here I am taking, that is for sum line. So how many input variables are there? Two input input variables are there for this sum. So whatever K-map is there, so how many variable K-map we need to consider, that is dependent upon the input variables. So here we are considering K-map for sum. For this sum we are having two variables. Definitely you need to consider two variable K-map here. So I am considering two variable K-map. So here in two variable K-map I am placing one variable here and another variable here. The possibilities of these variables may be 0 and 1. So here where your sum is 1 means, see here, your sum is 1. I want always my expression in sum of products form, that is why I am considering ones. Otherwise if you want POS you just consider zeros. So here if you are taking 1 in consideration for SOP, so here 1 when A equal to 0, B equal to 1. This is one case where S is equal to 1, sum is equal to 1. A equal to 0, B is equal to 1 is this one, this case. And another one is, so here you are having 1 when A equal to 1, B equal to 0. A equal to 1, B equal to 0 means here. So you can do this diagonal grouping. This diagonal grouping is nothing but XOR. In K-map you can do this diagonal grouping when you saw like this. So this is nothing but XOR. For example, if you don't know this diagonal grouping also, you can group like this individually. So two ones individually. This prime implicant value is equivalent to, this prime implicant value is equivalent to sidewise A bar, topwise B. So A bar, B, and here this prime implicant value, so sidewise this is equivalent to 1 means A into topwise 0 means B bar. So by adding these two prime implicants you are getting A bar B, A B bar, that is nothing but A XOR B. Same thing you are going to get, but by seeing itself you can say if this is in diagonal, you can say this is in XOR. So now you got the expression for sum. In the same way I am going to get K-map for carry. So I am going to consider my K-map for carry. So see the truth table here. In this truth table whatever carry is there, that carry is also came from two input variables only. So in K-map you need to consider two variable K-map only. So here I am considering two variable K-map again with the same input variables A and B. So here I am considering two input variables A and B with possibilities 0, 1 and 0, 1. Now see here where your carry is equivalent to 1 means only at one place, that is A equal to 1, B equal to 1, then only your carry is equivalent to 1. A equal to 1, B equal to 1 means here. So now as you are having only single one, you can group individual grouping. So now this prime implicant value itself is the output equation for carry. So this is sum. So sum is equal to A XOR B here. So for what you drawn this K-map, so that is sum. So sum is equivalent to the output expression from K-map. So now here carry is equal to, so here this prime implicant value sidewise A, topwise B, so AB. So carry value is AB and sum value is A XOR B. After getting K-map, your intention is to draw the logic diagram with all input variables and output variables. You just take AB. So I am considering AB lines. Here I am considering like this. These are the AB lines. So to get the sum from these input variables, so you need to take XOR gate. So that means A XOR with B. So I am considering XOR gate to get sum. So this is sum here. So when you take an XOR of A and B, you are going to get sum, and for same A and B if you considered AND gate, you are getting carry. This is only the circuit you are getting in your mind when you remembered about this half adder, right. So, this is how we can design any circuit, any unknown circuit for your required functionality.